What's up and welcome to Around with the Boys podcast. On this show, we talk about life, sports, business, and all the cool shit in between. I'm your host, James Rackley, and along with me as always is my co-host,
Johnny Dunleavy.
Mr. Johnny Dunleavy. So sit back, relax, pop you a top, and enjoy the show.
What's really good with you today, my dude?
Oh, man. You know, it's sunny outside, a little windy, a little cold, but hey, it's Friday.
You're right. It is Friday. Spring is sprung, but she's hiding because it's chilly as hell.
Yeah, where'd she go?
I don't know, dude. But
Tuesday was perfect, and now she's gone.
I woke up this morning, my house was 61 degrees.
Mm.
I loved it. It was cold, though. And I was like, damn, what the hell? It's April 2nd, Friday, April 2nd. Welcome to episode 19.
Yep.
Once again, thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. As always, follow us on Instagram. And today, we are live on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, so check us out
So
on
go ahead and
there.
subscribe to YouTube, like the Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to the podcast. Just do all this shit for us.
And while you're on a roll, go ahead and tell the audience what who's sponsoring this episode here.
Today's episode is brought to you by Brandon Mayo over at Sudslinger's Dog Wash on Carolina Beach Road. Go take your pup in there, clean him up. Brandon can also do the grooming if you'd like. But if you just want a nice bathe, he's been out there getting in the mud, go clean him up. Take him over to Sudslingers.
Excellent. Well done. Now, the second other order of business. Happy birthday to my brother.
Yeah.
Quarter century today.
Young
Big 25.
Park.
Yep.
Young Park. Let's see. I met Parker when he was 6.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
He had his big old dome piece, and all I remember is James' little brother with his big ass head, this tiny kid, absolutely shredding on a skateboard.
Yeah, man, he was legendary.
It was crazy, and he had this big ass helmet, man. And he would just be all day out there getting it.
Yeah, dude, it's hilarious, man. Cause he So anyway, shout out to you, little brother. You know, actually, he's taller than me now, which pisses me off.
Now he is. Yeah. He doesn't have an oversized head compared to his body anymore. He's a regular looking.
Yeah, but he actually picked up. Yeah,
he's a regular looking.
He caught a lot of shit because he's like out of 10 kids in the neighborhood, I was the only one with a little brother.
Yeah.
So he was everybody's little brother.
Yeah.
You know, so he had to deal with a lot of shit, but you know,
He did.
But he was a phenomenal skateboarder. And this man was putting his own shit together at 5 years old. Because my dad, I'll never forget this. He got a brand new one when he was 5 for Christmas. My dad put the trucks on backwards.
Oh no shit.
And dude, he went and humped on and pushed and just ate shit. And from then on, he did everything, dude.
Yep.
And I was like, awesome. So shout out to Parker. He started skateboarding again, which is pretty cool.
He told me that.
Yeah.
He did tell me that. Have fun tonight.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, we're gonna go celebrate after this.
Get you some Gatorades. You're gonna need.
I'm the old one. I'm gonna need it.
Yeah. He's still in his prime. I think when I was 25, I could still go out there and just
get it. He's gonna do
all
good.
that shit comes to a screeching halt at like 26, 27. That's when it starts. Hangovers turn into 2 days. That's when you know it's over.
Yeah, it sucks.
It sucks. Speaking of drinking, I went to Catawba.
Yeah, how was that?
Brewing last week that we talked about on last week's episode. It was cool, man. It's over on New Center next to Aussie Island, like on that side, which I was completely wrong about the Bob King. Probably should have just looked at the address, but didn't do that much research.
It's all good.
But it was really cool. It was the first day they were open. There was a guy there playing live music on the patio.
What did I say? Breweries, live music. Little guy with a guitar playing some music.
Yes, but not only did he he had a guitar, but he also was one of those pretty good musicians who could loop all his shit. So he would play a melody, loop it, and then do the drums on the guitar though, like with his pick. You know what I mean? Just it sounded great. It was just perfect for the atmosphere.
Good for it. What's that guy's name? Do you remember it?
I don't. Yeah, his name was John actually. I don't know his last name.
Well, shout out to John the looper.
Yeah. And just he had sunglasses on, man, and he was just vibing.
Oh, feeling it.
Yeah, I went with my brother. It was me and Em and my brother and his wife and James. He looks at me. He's like, how hard is this dude vibing out here? I was like, he's getting it. He is just absolutely smashing it. I mean, everything. He did Bittersweet Symphony to Dave Matthews to a rap song cover. Like it was.
I like it.
It was all over the board.
Dude, I love those rap song covers when they do it with the guitar and all that.
It's great.
And they slow it down a bit. It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. But and they have a kitchen too. The food looked great. We didn't get any food.
You didn't get any food?
But it was day one. And let me tell you something. You worked in the kitchen with me. Them boys was hurting.
Oh, yeah.
They had a table back there full of mistake food. It's like the crew was eating good that night.
Yeah.
But son, they were getting absolutely destroyed, which is to be expected day one of a restaurant.
I'm a firm believer. I think everyone should have to work at a restaurant one time.
For 1 year, yeah. It should be like a like that should be a requirement in high school.
Yeah, because it really shows you how not to be like an asshole customer. And to be considerate. It shows you both sides of the coin, and that is like, dude,
you learn tons of lessons.
Yeah, of course. But it's one of those jobs, man. You'll do great. Like, I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to say the restaurant, but we went to the restaurant the other day, the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
My mom gets a burger, right? Everybody else had a plate, but she decided she wanted a burger, all right? I was like, okay, I hear you, Mom. It was kind of sit on the edge of the plate. It starts to kind of fall off, or not really fall, but like it's just kind of lopsided. Food server just straight up grabs it and places it back up and like makes it look proper. Goes to hand her the plate. It falls again. She grabs it, like just straight up grabbing the burger. I'm like, dog.
Awkward.
That's a no-no. You don't touch the person's food.
Yeah, the cook touches it.
That's it. And to add to it, there was it was like a restaurant burger, so it's big, right? So they have the big ass toothpick in it. All she had to do was get the top of the tooth, because it was one of the little sword handle, like the big one, right?
Grab it like a joystick.
Yeah, just tilt it up and like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, or don't do shit and just try to get it there if it falls, whatever. But don't manhandle the burger. Yeah. I'm looking at my mom like, all right, so audience, I'm a germaphobe, right?
Oh, God,
I would have
the worst kind.
Look,
a quick example of how big of a germaphobe he is. If he's eating French fries and doesn't wash his hands, he bites down to the fry, to the part where he's holding it, and then looks at the dog and just flicks the end of it to the dog.
Well, it depends on what's been going on. Like I've gotten a lot better throughout my life. You can attest to that. I've gotten better.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's been a work in progress, just like every problem. But just quick thing: if you decide, hey, I'm going to go work in a restaurant, you don't grab the person's food.
Yeah, you don't do that
as you're putting it on the table, because nothing's worse than like, oh yeah, here's your delicious plate of mashed potatoes and all that, and their thumbs halfway in the mashed potatoes. Like, nobody fucking wants that. Yeah. I don't know what you've been doing. You run around here sweating, doing all kinds of shit.
Right.
Anyways, I wanted to say something so bad, but my mom's chilling. But
you've had a week, dude.
I'll be honest with you. If that was my burger, I would have been like, hey, look, nah, you don't. Here's a lesson. You don't do that.
Yeah. Anyway, here's another lesson. If you live in Wilmington, you only get burgers from Poe's.
Oh, Poe's
or Winnie's.
Yeah. Oh.
Or Winnie's.
Winnie's is a hidden gem.
I like PTs. Everyone knows about PTs, but like if you want like a true burger, Winnie's or Poe's.
Well, dude, apparently there's a place on CB now, that little gas station that you take a left to go to the north end, right there. There's a little joint in there. It's just to go only, just a little burger. Like,
oh really?
They'll get it going, because JD was telling me about it, and JD's mainly a hot dog guy.
He's always been a hot dog guy.
Dude, my whole life, man. Hot dogs and chicken tenders is what JD ate till high school.
And mozzarella sticks.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
No marinara, just a side of ranch.
Yeah, so this JD guy, he's gang task force, or he did do that. Now he's doing some other stuff. But he's a massive dude. And he's a large fella. This man orders 2 things of mozzarella sticks. Like, because the other day we were at the restaurant at B-Dubs, and the waitress goes to hand the other one. She goes, oh, and this is for the other table? Because we were with a big group. So he's like, oh, no, this is right here. This is mine.
And the thing about it is he's in, like, incredible shape.
Oh, yeah, dude, yeah.
He's just a massive human who eats a lot. And dude, he was on his paddleboard.
So a quick tangent, and JD, I know you're going to listen to this. So one of the funniest stories I heard about him raiding a house was he was raiding, well, it wasn't a house, it was an apartment. Okay, and he was the guy, the first one in, that had the big hammer on the door. Yeah. Right? But it was one of those apartments with the skinny stairwells, and so he couldn't move the hammer all the way back to ram it. So he was just sitting there, like barely fucking hitting the damn thing. And dude, he said he went ape shit on that thing and just started kicking the hell out of it. He said he beat the door frame in Like that's how he had to do it but I was just picturing like you got 30 cops,
And they're all
20
behind.
more sitting there, people on the radio, and it's like
Talking all that shit. We hit it, Davis.
yeah,
Hit it, Davis.
what's that dickhead doing up there? But they got the guy. So
Shit.
but anyways, that was a quick tangent.
funny.
Love you, JD. But anyway,
Yeah, man. Well, speaking of that, speaking of big people in small spaces, they got the boat out. So I won. That's why.
yeah, all right, okay.
So that's why James is drinking the 40 because they got the boat out Monday afternoon, which was the under. Had to happen before Monday night at midnight.
Monday night at midnight.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, high life 40s aren't that bad.
Yeah.
To be real with you.
No, high life, and they're like just so
But
classic.
so here's the shit of it though.
Oh
so,
yeah.
So this man hits me up. I'm at work. It's Monday morning, just running all over the place. He goes, "Got your ass, bitch." Like you got to drink a 40. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I keep checking the news updates.
The wind blew the damn boat back into the bank. It got stuck again.
Yeah, back in the shit. And
I was like, oh no, I just lost.
so you're telling me there's a chance?
I just lost.
Yeah, dude. I thought I had it in the bag.
It's like thinking you're hitting the under until they hit like a last second shot to send it to overtime, and then no one scores in overtime.
And not just that, it's a bank shot too.
Yeah.
It's the ugliest thing you've ever seen, and it goes in.
I couldn't believe it.
Like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I got another update. It said, high winds have blown the shit back into the bank. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And it was within like an hour.
Oh yeah.
And then, but thankfully it only took a couple more hours and they got it out.
Yeah. So, but what was the damage on that money wise?
40 billion down the drain.
40. It's no big deal. So anyway, but yeah, that was actually a fun episode last week talking about that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You threw out some cool trucking facts.
Yeah. That whole situation though was wild. And then it turns out the boats that ended up taking the detour around Africa, that's a detour. They're gonna still be 2 days. They're gonna arrive 2 days later than the boats that stayed.
Yeah.
And waited.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And they had to ride through like pirate country.
Yeah, down there, Cape, whatever the hell it's called.
Man, me and Mayo were laughing about that. Like, dude, you know how like them pirates are probably just had the biggest grin on their face, like, oh man,
oh yeah,
the mother load's coming, boys.
Yeah, we're about to be the captains now of all these ships.
You damn right, or at least they should have been. I would have been if I was a pirate.
Yeah, they could try, but nowadays I think people are just so prepared for that shit that they just.
Yeah, I know, but dude, I mean, you're a pirate.
Could you imagine having to make that decision as a captain?
What, shoot the pirate?
No.
Oh.
Do we sit here and wait and hope that this boat gets unstuck, or do we literally go? I think it was like 2,100 miles off track around a fucking continent to get to where.
What do you think the captain makes? I don't think the captain makes that call.
No, I don't think so either. I think someone at the old dispatch center.
Now you know what? Yeah, it's crazy. It'd be interesting to see how much coordination the dig team was doing with everybody else. Like how
I'm sure we'll see it in some shitty documentary in 6 months.
Oh God. Well, I might tune in for that just to see what's going on.
I'd like to tune in for it.
But anyway, I'm drinking a damn High Life for it, and it's not all that bad.
Yeah, but we had a crazy week. So right, the boat gets stuck, and then you and old Capt DW go golfing.
Yeah, man. So we went and played at this place called Old Point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I almost said Old Fort, which is
another golf course here.
Yeah, which is in L.A., the Leland area.
The Leland
area. That's what we
area,
call it, L.A. out here. And, man, you could just drop a keg party out there and nobody would say anything as you're playing. So
I've played that golf course shirtless with Kyle Jeffries with a cooler.
It's that kind.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, some dude shows up once a week and changes the hole, and puts the flag down. Like, that's it. That's that kind
it's
of
like
shit.
drop a 20 in the thing. Just take a key.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Bring it back, please. All right, so anyway. So we played at Old Point, right? And that's because this was Tuesday, so it was sunny. It was like 70 degrees. It was a perfect day. Like Burvage, all the good places in town booked. Like duh,
right.
So we show up to this place, man, and so quick little fact about Old Point. This is where Jordan Spieth learned how to play golf.
Correct. His grandfather still has a house there. I think. I can't confirm that. Probably, maybe not anymore. But regardless, that was where he learned how to play.
And I mean, it's just a small town country golf course, is what it is.
I love it. And like, listen, if you live around there, you become a member. They got ribeye night on Monday night. I hear it's best in town.
Yeah, we've heard real positive things about that, and we are going to check that out because
prime rib night. Monday nights.
But we do need to check that out.
I will go. Ryan Jeffries,
which is going to be real cool. Like COVID loosening things up, we can go do things again. You know, in terms of like experience, like exploring and all that. So anyway, back to it though.
Yeah.
Jordan Spieth played there. Like you go in the pro shop and it has like it's this little bootleg collage of like Spieth photos when he was a kid and all that now, and like he signed it. You know, it's cool, man.
Yeah.
But my man in there was having the worst day ever. This dude's like, he shows up to work at 12, and he's like the guy who runs the place or guy who does the marketing or whatever sends out the email blast at 12. Or he sent it out at 12, and that dude's phone, the phone was ringing on top of itself like 6 or 7 times. We're just trying to get out there. So he's like in a bad mood. I'm like, dude, this is, sorry, bro. Like, can we just please, help us out? So we got out there, we played. Number 9 comes around. Okay. Now, what?
I almost hit it. I came close on this hole.
So we get to number 9. We're playing decent, and for all you golfers out there, I recently changed to a baseball grip. I've been doing the little pinky pointer finger overlap my whole life, and now I'm baseball gripping, and my game's better. Go figure. Like, who the hell knew?
Yeah.
But anyway, so we get to number 9, and this is a par 3. It's like 127 yards, probably like 20 feet elevated.
Down. Yeah,
like
elevated,
the tee box was elevated looking down on the hole.
Yeah.
I go first. I honestly don't remember what club I hit, but I hit it, and it was windy. I mean, it was 15, 20 mile an hour. So it was one of those days you have to you plan accordingly on the club, and then you either wait for the gust or you don't.
Yeah, it's like flashback to the Tiger Woods days.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, so anyway, I hit that shit. I go to the left, probably 12 yards from the pin. I'm pinned high though. I will give myself some credit for that. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, whatever. Yeah. So then I'm just sitting there chilling, slamming my beer. Denny gets up. And this is Capt DW, so all the basketball videos and all that stuff.
Yeah, you should be familiar with him now.
Yeah, so anyway, Denny gets up there, squares up, smack. It had good contact, good sound. I was like, yeah, standard issue. Because I'm over there by the golf cart, like kind of leaning on it, drinking. And then it hits the apex, like of height, right? And then it starts to come down. He's like, get in the hole. And he said that, and I kind of like lightly jogged over there to get a straight on view. This man says, get in the hole. It comes down, one big bounce, smaller bounce, rolls about 3 yards to about 11 o'clock, sinks right in that thing. And dude, I was like, my jaw hit the floor. I was like, holy shit. And Denny was so pumped up, man. This man instantly he like chest bumped me and then bear hugged me, pushed me, and then sprinted the opposite direction from the hole, about 60 yards, in the residential neighborhood, just screaming, yelling shit, right? And that was about the time he ran that way. I ran back to the golf cart to get my phone. And so I got my phone, I got the shit recording, and he had like just laid out on the ground because his adrenaline,
like hyperventilating.
Yeah, his adrenaline just went so hard. He's laying down there, just like, oh my god, thank you God. But while he was running, this shit was hilarious. He ran like towards the neighborhood, right? And there's a little road that goes in between the golf course and the turn and all that, just cutting through the neighborhood and all that. This dude's like, hey, what's going on? No. And I'm like, dude, hole in one, man. This man hit it. And so he's all like honking the horn and waving his hand out the window and shit.
It's funny, you got that part on the
I got the end of it. So I had been telling, like, this man made a scene the whole way. I thought the whole neighborhood was going to come out. Hole in one, son! You! Oh, I can't wait to go up there and get that ball.
Let's go, dude.
But anyway, dude, and so I grabbed the camera after that, and I filmed Denny doing all that, and like, let's go get the ball. And we went down there, dude. My man was just, and this dude's been playing for 30 years.
Yep.
So he's shaking. You getting drunk tonight?
I don't know, man. Please be in there for real. Yes, dude.
Oh, put that paw in there.
Holy shit, I gotta call my dad.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a hole-in-one in person in my life.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was incredible because it's crazy because it's like it has a magnet. That's what it felt like.
Yep.
It was just okay. And so anyway, we got down there. He's shaking, dude, freaking out, man. You know, got the pictures with the flag and all that, dude. And it was great. And then, you know, we're at the turn. This is the best part was we were at the turn.
So this is I haven't heard this part of the story, and I was like trying to pry it out of him afterwards. He's like, "Bro,
I'm just saying."
I was like, "No, but I haven't like." I was like, "So, what'd the guy say? What the dude in the office say?"
So the dude that was having the worst day ever, we turned his frown upside down.
Yeah.
Like we walked in there and I was like, "Hey man," of course he's on the phone again, and it was still ringing. Like this dude is having the worst fucking day, and dude, I got like fucking handfuls of beers. I was like, "Yeah, dog, all right here." And I've been calling my parents and all that, and I told them like, "Hey, yeah, Denny just did it." You know, my dad had played there, and I was like, told the guy, he's like, "Yeah, man, he had a hole-in-one." He's like, "Did he really?" This man put the whoever was on the phone, hold please, and and he was like, "On number 9 just now?" I was like, "Yeah, man, it was sick. 2 bounce, 3-yard roll, boom," and it wasn't even like a high speed roll like it rattles the flag stick.
It was like it was ending on that mark.
It was like you putted it, and it was beautiful.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like. And he was like, "No way." He's like, "God dang." And I was like, "What?" He goes, "Well, I wish I could put them on that wall, you know, because if you're a member, you get your little name on the plaque." I looked over there. The plaque was not that many names on there. He's like, "Can you believe this shit?" He's like, "During this COVID mess, we had to have bigger cups and all that, so like nobody would touch it, put their hand in it, and people were hitting those asking for a hole-in-one." And he's like, "Nah." He's like, "I didn't put their name on no wall," or something like that. He's like, "Man, but he's like, that's awesome, guys, y'all. Man, that's great." And his phone was ringing, and like it was just cool to like change his attitude.
Yeah,
because he's a golf lover.
Yeah,
even though he deals with dickheads all day, and it's like that once in a lifetime moment it changed a whole lot of people's days. You know, called my parents, he called his parents, then he did, and it was great, man.
You know what the odds on hitting a hole-in-one are?
No.
1 in 12,500 for the average golfer. I'm not the average golfer, so the odds are probably 1 in 17K for me. They say the odds for a pro golfer to hit one is 1 in 2,500.
Wow. Well, just to make this clear, we finished the round. Okay.
Yeah, how did that end up?
So we go to number 10. Denny, slammed his beers I bought him, or 2 of them by that point. Slammed them. You know, you got to.
You have to. Dude, you just did something that... Yeah. I mean, you're like less than 1% of the people have done it.
And shout out to Denny, because we always do the backyard golf thing, and it's like, we have this flower pot in the backyard, and you make it in that, and that's automatic 2 beers. He's like, he leans over after he chugged his, and he's like, "Look, man, this wasn't no flower pot." He's like, "You have to do something." Yeah. And I said, "All right, man," and I got shit hammered like as quick as possible. Just for him. I had to go to work the next day, and everything, it sucked. But but shout out to him, and I will say this, he got on number 10 and roped that damn ball right down the middle.
How can you
smoked
not?
It.
The confidence that just has to be.
He smoked it, dude.
I
don't even remember. I don't remember what he ended up shooting, but so we got back at the end. He's tallying up the scores, and I mean, I was hammered by then, but because no, actually, it was 2 holes after that. He was like, we didn't write down the scores, and he flipped it on like number 13 or 14. Some little kid I had put it on the back, said, "Hi, this is Spider-Man. Have a super day at golf." Like in the score thing. He's like, "What the fuck?"
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, "Dude, this is insane." But anyway, man. So shout out to Denny, man. If you follow us on Instagram, you saw the videos. But just had to shout him out because like I'm still like, that's awesome. And then on top of that, fucking me and Denny are in the same bracket. So we both need Gonzaga to win the championship.
Yeah.
All right. I needed Michigan to win to go to the Final Four.
Right.
He needed them to lose. They lost. By 2 points.
Dude.
I was like, dude, this guy has got it, man.
He does. And like, I wish I was there to see the home-run, but for you, so you have now watched him win $149,995 and also hit a hole-in-one in the span of less than 5 years.
Yeah, it's been 4.
I mean, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like, the odds on doing one of the 2 are insane.
Yeah.
But to do both, I'm like, damn, what's going to be next?
Yeah, I will say, though, like, I wish his dad would have been there playing instead of me.
Yeah. Yes. I do too.
100%.
Sorry. Fuck you, but
No. But that's
his
what I
dad being
instantly.
there would've
That's
made
what I
it-
instantly
would've
felt
made it
though.
way better. Yeah.
Like pre him saying I got to call my dad, he was like, and it's emotional things. Like his dad taught him how to play, taught him how to fish, and like then he's won tournaments, but now he hit a hole in one. But that was just great, man. So now I got a year because Denny's a year older than me, so I got a year from right now to hit a hole in one. That's what I got going on.
Of course. It always comes back to a contest.
You damn right.
Oh shit! You guys bet on it?
We probably should, but then it means I'm gonna play a lot more golf. So
That's wild.
and if I lose, I'll go double broke in the process.
Yeah. Well, anyway, wild he did that, but which I thought even crazier news this week in the world of sports, which I didn't believe at first because it came out yesterday on April Fool's Day. Turns out it was for real. Is Roy Williams retiring from UNC basketball? Now I don't like UNC. UNC cost me $1,500 last week.
Yeah, that was a doozy.
As a avid lifelong sports fan and fan of the game, first I just want to say thank you. You provided some pretty good fucking games, but also thank you for getting the fuck out of here. And your team can, try to come in and do some things. The Hokies.
Yeah, right.
But I think, in my eyes, the Duke UNC rivalry is a top three rivalry in all of sports.
Okay, I was about to say, yeah.
In all of sports.
Okay. Yeah, definitely number one in college basketball.
For 100% in college, number one in college basketball, but in all of sports, Duke UNC is a top three.
I like that, sitting number 3. I'd be curious to know your 1 and 2, though.
Well, that's why I say top 3. It is a top 3.
But what is your 1 and 2? You do not know right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
We'll circle back.
We can circle back on it next week.
yeah.
God damn, caught me off.
Sorry, dude.
No, but it is. And like, there's actually a quote from Coach K. Coach K commented on it. Where is that thing at here now?
All right.
Which is really good because Coach K is also that kind of guy who is a incredible leader as well, right? And he says, like everyone, I was surprised to read today's announcement about Roy Williams' retirement. College basketball is losing one of its greatest coaches and a man who genuinely cares about the game of basketball and, more importantly, the people who play it. Roy has led 2 iconic programs as a head coach and did so in exemplary fashion. I have the utmost respect for Roy and his family, who represented themselves and their institutions with class, grace, and humility. While we were on opposite sides of college basketball's greatest rivalry, we both understood how lucky we were to be a part of it and always tried to represent it in the way it deserved. Which that part stood out to me. But he continues on and says, personally, I will miss competing against him, seeing him at coaches' meetings, and having the opportunity to discuss how to make our game even better. Roy is a great friend, and our sport was very fortunate to have him as long as it did. We have all benefited from his longevity in and commitment to coaching, and his legacy is secure as one of the greatest coaches in college basketball history.
Well put.
Well put. From a guy who is supposed to be they're not enemies.
Dude, that's
right?
called that's called class.
It's called respect.
Yeah.
And
well,
class
and respect.
Right. And I don't know. I'm just you read that, you're like, oh, goddamn, Coach K. And then you're like, well, shit, how much longer does he have?
Yeah. I mean,
and then you think about these guys are in their fucking 70s, getting up every fucking day.
Yeah.
Grinding.
Yeah, but also that keeps them young too. But I will say I didn't expect it this year.
It came out of the blue, man.
I thought it was going to go a little bit longer. Because to be honest with you, for me, like just like with Drew Brees and all them, everybody retired. I would not want to retire during a COVID season. I want to retire with like the feeling and the way it was, Or maybe he thinks it won't get back to that next year and just go ahead and call it a day.
You could tell he
kind
was.
Of deal. Oh yeah.
You could tell he was fed up.
I mean, I hear it, and dude, he was a great coach, man. I mean, some stat.
You guys watch UNC forever. I mean,
yeah. Well, obviously, you grew up your whole life watching that game, and then like it was a big deal, like when he came over and Dean Smith was, gone. Like that was major news here. Like, I mean, it's a crazy thing. I kind of had a feeling like I mean, from last year, some of the comments he said last year and all that, I'm like, dude, this man
he wanted the season to end.
Yeah,
all that
you
shit.
get to a point and you're like, I did it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the guy, and I didn't even, obviously, I don't know.
His stats are insane.
His stats are great. Like, so all time, he had 903 wins, 264 losses.
That's
I mean,
a fucking
all time.
ridiculous record.
And they were damn near identical, with Kansas and UNC. And I obviously, I didn't know much about his Kansas record because it's fucking Kansas. I don't care. No offense. But I just, so he had 9 regular conference champs with Kansas and 3 Big 12 tournament crowns. Okay. And that's nothing to sneeze at. I think he was about the same, like I said, the same record from each school in terms of wins and losses.
Yeah, it was.
He had more losses at Carolina, but
yeah, he at Kansas and UNC he had 9 regular season conference titles.
Yeah.
And 3 conference championships.
Mm-hmm.
At each school.
That's pretty wild, man.
Crazy.
Like, quick little nugget for you, for everybody out there in conspiracy world. Nikola Tesla said 3, 6, and 9 were the most important numbers in the universe. They were like the building blocks of it. So anyway.
Then the government killed him.
Yeah, we can get into that one day too. But I'm just saying, he went 9 regular conference champs with Kansas, 3 Big 12 tournament crowns, 9 with UNC, 3 ACC championships, 9 Final Four appearances, and 3 national championships.
See, okay, that's the kicker. Because people are like, oh yeah, 9 and 3, 9 and 3. But then you add the 9 Final Fours and 3 championships.
I'm just saying, dude.
Pretty weird.
Yeah.
And you know what's even cool? Even more cool, I guess, is what you would say.
Oh. How many years did he coach? 33. Just saying.
I'll turn 33 next month. Shit. He has a house in Rice Beach. He's got a nice house in Rice Beach.
I've seen Roy Williams tee off at Cape Fear Country Club.
At Cape Fear Country Club.
And you know what he did? It was the first hole, about 40 people out there, roped it right down the middle.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing.
He's had enough practice.
Yeah, but it wasn't just a little. I mean, granted, this was, I'd say, 6 years ago. Okay? But whatever. He's 64.
He's older than that.
At that time.
Yeah.
He crushed it. And I was like, God dang, dude, everybody. It was so funny, dude. Like the respect out there was wild. Anyways, dude. So
grandma's 92. She can still hit it. 100.
Yeah, your grandma's.
It's freaking nature.
Yeah.
Nah, but he, I've seen him. Where I see him? That brunch place over there. Toasters.
Famous Toastery?
That's it.
Yep.
I've seen him there before, and he frequently walks the loop. It's like, listen, I can't blame him. Guy's tired. He wants to go walk the loop. He wants to go to the surf club, get himself an umbrella drink, hang out.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be bothered. Which, listen, you've earned it. He's a legend. First ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, dude, he's there. He's in the hall. He did all. And, dude, more importantly, I guarantee he feels like this, like, because he was an assistant coach at UNC prior to going to Kansas.
Correct.
So, to him, it's like,
full circle.
It was full circle, and it was kind of like, he could walk out of the deandom saying, I did you proud, man.
Oh, yeah. No one has no ill feelings.
But you get what I'm saying? So it was like the torch got passed to him, and he carried it mightily, and and that's great.
Question becomes,
who's next?
Who's next?
And I have no idea. I swear, dude, I don't know how many of y'all watch ESPN, but that Stephen A. Smith guy, then he played like a snippet of who the next coach is going to be. And the man is just yelling. I'm just like, bro, God dang, I can only imagine like if I was fucking hungover right now. Yeah. But anyway, he picked some random dude from like one of the smaller schools in North Carolina.
It's actually he had a pretty good take.
A guess? A guess? I get it. And if he is, I'm down with it.
Yeah.
But dude, Stephen A's delivery is insane. That man's gonna blow a game. He's like Macho Man Randy Savage.
You know what a good word for it is? Intense.
Yeah.
It's really intense.
With a capital I.
Like, hey. And he's stay off the weed. That's what he is. It's like, you need to get on it.
Yeah, bro. If you took one hit, you'd probably just
Good
man.
God, stay off the weed.
Might save you a couple years. I mean, like, look, Macho Man, like he yelled real hard and blew a gasket. I mean,
yeah.
And so what was the other guy? The hey, this product's fucking great.
Oh my
Come on, think of it.
No,
but he hit his head and he was a cokehead, obviously. He had a beard. He had a black beard.
I'm picturing it. Yeah, ShamWow.
Good God, man. So we might think
This
the
is
same.
embarrassing that I can't remember this guy's name.
Yeah, so somebody drop a comment on us and just really, bring that
It's
home.
no, but congratulations to Roy Williams
Yeah.
on a excellent coaching career. I will say he probably, which I would too if I coached. Well, he didn't coach him, Dean Smith did, but his kick game was unbelievable. Roy Williams would show up in a nice tailored suit or Argyle, whatever, which I fuck with Argyle. Carolina blue is still bitch color, but his Jordans that he would coach in every game in and game out, best sneakers on the court.
This man had comfortable feet.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
It's a fact, and he has some of the best. He has produced some of the best gifs, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
On the planet, him running in the locker room, shit like that. So he's a legend, man. And like as a fan of the game, it's time for the new crop.
It is, man, and like, I mean, I've been saying it for a while. I mean, I had to,
Yeah, you knew it was coming.
yeah, like let's get over with. I hate dragging some shit out. Like if it's bad news, hit me with it. Let's go.
That's how I felt about Frank Beamer. And when Frank Beamer came out and said this will be my final year at Virginia Tech, so this is a send off year, it made everyone love him that much more because he announced it at the beginning.
Yeah.
I know it's my time, and so let me go out on top this year. And so,
Well, if Stephen A's pick is correct, I hope this guy comes in and crushes it.
yeah.
We'll just see. We'll see. I don't know. It's good. I hope the dynamic of basketball doesn't change.
The biggest effect it will have is recruiting.
That's what I'm talking about. But maybe it won't though. And a good coach, he brings out the best in the talent anyway.
That's true.
Mm.
That's true. I mean, coaches can, and listen, they could be a good coach that you find at a small school.
Yeah.
Look at Keats.
Yeah.
Keats comes to UNCW, starts dominating.
Yeah.
I mean, crushing it. And everyone's like, oh, he's not going to leave us. He's not going to leave us. Like, come on, son. I know the big donor to NC State. I heard the story. They met on a hog farm midway between here and Raleigh in the Gentleman's Club is what they call it, which is a gigantic barn with all the cool shit in it. And that's what they did the deal.
Let me tell you something about hog farms.
They make money.
They make money and they stink.
Boy, do they stink.
They smell bad, dude. Good God. But salute to all y'all. But because I had a hog farmer got me out of a ditch one time and it's a long story, but anyway, I drove my Honda into a ditch and he pulled me out of it.
It's a long
Yeah.
Oh my God. Moving on. Opening day of baseball here is upon us. It was yesterday. I was so excited. I woke up. I put my Mets shirt on. I put my Mets jersey on. My Mets hat. My older brother.
Is that it right there?
This is one of the hoodies.
Yeah, he's got to hang it. Well, now it's off, but he's got it up in the house right now.
It's a Mr. Met hoodie, courtesy of my older brother. He had texted.
So that little baseball's Mr. Met.
That's his name. That's our mascot, Mr. Met.
That's a real old school kind of logo right there. So it's a baseball smiling real big. Looks like it's from 1947.
Yeah,
it's good.
He made a lot of controversy 2 years ago when the Mets were really struggling, and an opposing fan was talking shit to him. He was walking into the clubhouse, and he turned around and flicked him off.
I would have too.
Nah, I mean,
the hell with that guy.
For real. You're probably out there sweating your ass off all day, and then you're walking back into the tunnel, and some dude's like, "Yeah, fucking Mets suck." You're just tired of hearing it. You've heard it all
real
day.
Original, bro.
Yeah, you really got me there. So at any rate, I get up. My brother's already texted me, happy opening day. We're fired up about it. I got cold beers. I'm going to make some hot dogs, the whole deal. Fucking Mets game gets canceled. I'm telling you, man.
Was that like rain or COVID?
COVID, man. The fucking Nationals, man. The Nationals had a COVID outbreak in their clubhouse, which is surprising considering how like strict and fucking ridiculous they are in DC about it.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic, isn't it?
Isn't it ironic? So now instead of the Washington Nationals, which they go by the Nats, which is Nats,
yeah,
I have renamed them. They are the Nats, spelled with a G. It is GNATS because they are fucking annoying. I'm gonna slap the shit out of them.
Fucking Gnats, dude.
Gnats, the worst.
I went to a Washington game one time. Like me and the family went up to DC,
right?
And wasn't that great?
Yeah.
There you go. So no offense to everybody up there, but look,
no,
man,
big offense. Get your shit together.
Yeah, you're right, dude. And actually, I don't give a fuck.
You know why? Because they fucking canceled the game yesterday.
Yeah.
They said, okay, now you play Saturday at whatever and Sunday at whatever. And literally 2 hours before we hit record, they just fucking canceled those games. So now everyone's enjoying. The Braves fans aren't enjoying their fucking season so far after yesterday, but everyone's get to watch their games. And here I am, sitting in here with my Mets hat, my fucking jersey on all day, wearing the hoodie all night. Can't even watch the game. I'm like, well, I guess I'll have to wear this till Saturday. And then I got the news that those were canceled. So I said,
dude, all right, that's fucking whack. So Washington, just stay home. Fuck y'all. Just go to the next
what are
series.
you doing?
We don't even
like,
need to play y'all.
Like, that's the thing.
Dude, no, hold on.
Opening day's around the corner. Like, what are you doing?
It's around the corner, and I'm sitting here listening because I caught one of the games, and the announcer's talking about how they wear these little tracker bracelet things.
Yeah, dude, it's like the NBA bubble.
So
run the fucking report.
Somebody breached
Hook it up.
protocol. Like
they must not have a USB cord.
Like fucking idiots.
Hook
man.
the tracker to the computer. Run the report. Where were these guys?
And you know what? You know what that means for your season? You're shit.
Yeah,
all
you're
season.
shit, dude.
All season.
You're just fucking shit.
Because baseball is all about superstition. Y'all fucked it from the start.
Yeah, and like, I'm just glad it wasn't us. That's all I'm saying. I'm just glad it wasn't the Mets.
Man,
Shit,
whatever,
fucking
dude.
frustrating.
Well, yeah. So the Braves lost in extra innings. At
Braves
least they got
lost
to
in
play.
extra innings. Yeah, they got to play.
It's gonna be a good year for them, man. I hope.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hope, but I do think it will be.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
I think the Mets. The Mets and Braves will win that division.
Yeah.
They should.
Yeah, for sure. And so hopefully, actually, soon we're trying to have a guest on who was a professional umpire, young buck. My main man Collie. I call him Collie. His name's Colin. But
I want to hear like how that, like what that entails.
Oh, dude, it's crazy because it's obviously everybody knows. Oh yeah, there's a minor league baseball. There's AAA, AA, all that. Dude, it's way more in depth than that. Like I had no idea.
Each team has like 3 teams. Yeah,
but crazy. he was 23, 24 years old calling like behind the plate for some major league ball players because what I didn't know, major league ball player gets hurt. He goes down to the minors.
That's where they rehab.
They rehab down there.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives a chance for those umpires to show their stuff.
Right.
You know, how good are you? And dude, so it'll be cool. Y'all enjoy it. He talks about like getting, cussed out and throwing people out of games. It'll be great. So hopefully we'll lock that up and
it's just a matter of
to really give baseball season a true salute.
Yeah, and I mean I love baseball season. Baseball season, especially in recent years, with the trips that my brothers and I do.
That
annually,
is cool.
Which is we go to an away series, a Mets away series every year to see all the stadiums. And I think I've told the story before, but my brother's been to a ton. We just started my younger brother James on it. His first trip was to San Francisco last year, not the one before it, but which is crazy. We were in San Francisco for 38 hours.
Wow.
And I was back here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, so since
crazy,
we're on the talking about stuff we talked about before, two movies you got to watch. First one, Cobb, COBB, starring Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna fuck this one up.
Yeah, don't. It's Tommy Lee Jones's greatest performance of all time, and this is coming from a fellow actor, nowhere near his level, but I have studied it and I have done it, and I'm saying it's a great movie. It's a good historical piece as well, and it shows you how crazy Ty Cobb really was. Second, after you watch a movie that's it's interesting, intriguing, a little bit of depression in there. Immediately after that, watch Sandlot, because it's time.
Yeah, because it's time. Yeah.
It's time.
And if you want a bonus one, right? If you think like, oh, the meal was almost was filling, but I still kind of want the cupcake, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and watch Angels in the Outfield.
Oh man,
That'd make you feel real good.
Classic.
It's a classic. It never got the respect I thought it deserved.
It deserved. There was a lot of great lessons in that movie as well.
Yes. Like don't be a bummy ass dad.
Yeah, don't be a punk.
I'm kidding. Way more lessons than that.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's one classic one. I mean, well, dude, even in Sandlot, the kid's dad, Smalls.
Yeah.
It was his stepdad. He was getting used to his stepdad because the real one, nobody knows. You see what I'm saying?
Well, plot twist.
Well, it's the truth. It's from the beginning.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what so I was watching the Braves-Phillies game. The Big Panda came off the bench, hit a 2-run bomb for the Braves in like the 6th or 7th. Hit it to the second deck. I mean, just smoked it. Goes to extra innings, which the rule now is wild. So in extra innings, you start with a man on second.
What?
Yeah, you start with a base runner on second.
Try to speed up the game.
Try to speed up the game because games take too long.
No, that's fucking lame. I disagree with that.
Well, we can have a rules and officiating.
We'll talk about that because
podcast.
we're gonna bring Scene on as well with the.
But we need to. No, I want to talk to Colin about it.
No, I know, but it's gonna be Scene, Collie, and us too.
Yeah.
But I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, but here's what's even crazier. So the Braves, right, come up. They had bases loaded. Maybe not. Yeah, bases loaded. Yeah, and Acuna fucking steals home. Got thrown out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wait, was that what game was that? No, someone made a stupid decision. Someone made a dumb error. And the Braves could have gone up. Long story short, Phillies come up, they win, and they walked. So the Braves walked this dude to face this guy that they knew wasn't playing well. And they're like, we're gonna get him out, and he ends up getting the base hit, walk off, game over. Bryce Harper scores, game's over. And he comes up and he's doing the interview, and he's like, I know they doubted me. You seen when I walk up? He said, I was ready to hit that ball, right? And they're like, oh, that's awesome, you know. And the best part of the interview was, how is it with the fans in the stands now? And he responds, and literally, this is the best way to sum him up. This is real baseball.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. He's like, this is real baseball.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be. Hearing the people, hearing the guy, right? Hot dogs,
All
right,
that
right?
shit,
Dogs here.
dude. It's all part of it, man.
It's all there.
And that's what, frankly, all sports have been missing is the fans. Because the fans,
feeling, man.
the hometown thing, like you got to go there and play.
You know how boring it is watching a game with an empty gym?
Dog, and you know what I don't want to hear anymore? Those fake crowd noises.
Oh, dude,
Fucking
stop pumping
over it.
Yeah, I'd rather hear them just yell at each other and talk shit.
Yeah, I'd
just
much
give us
rather,
that. Like,
much rather.
Hey, you can watch this game online where it's uncensored with just the court volume. You know, I would love.
I would
to
love
hear
it,
that.
dude. I want to hear the raw.
I want to hear.
they're
I want to
saying.
hear the NFL.
But you know what?
I
They're
wanna
not
hear the
gonna. They're
players
not
say.
gonna let that happen. You know why? Because of their image.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
A lot of these motherfucking people wouldn't like
Dude,
half these people. If they heard
That's
they
what I'm
were-
saying. This is okay. We can't get into all
No,
that.
we can't. But
But
that's the truth.
But that's why we don't get that side of the game. But
Yeah.
I will say though, in terms of what Cobb does as a movie and historical piece, it shows you how like, dude, baseball was so crazy, like the shit talking, the fighting, the drinking in the dugout prior to the game, smoking cigars in there, like all that shit. It, like,
Ripping heaters, man.
yeah,
like,
dude. But it shows you how much of it was, dude. It was a shit talking, like true American game. Like, it's America's pastime for a reason.
Pastime, yeah.
But it proved it out there. You
So-
get what I'm saying?
So remember I was telling you guys where I'm from, right? A couple episodes back in Mendham.
Yeah.
That park, Borough Park that I showed you. The baseball field, the main field is called Abner Doubleday Field.
Mhm.
Abner Doubleday is credited with the invention of baseball,
Mm.
who came through Mendham. Right? So it's Abner Doubleday Field. I don't know how true that is, but it just like I smile thinking back on those times. Like literally riding my bike with my fucking bat bag in my shit, right? Cleats tied to the bag, and I'm a kid out there getting it.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. How many people can I throw out today in practice?
Hell yeah.
That's all I
dude.
want. I just wanted to throw out my friends. I wanted to, and like the whole goal was, I mean, I couldn't hit worth a fucking shit, but it didn't matter because I was the defensive just monster out there. Right? Two down, right? No one's fucking stealing on me.
Yeah.
But, man, it's just so fun. And I know people say, oh, baseball is boring. Yeah. But
Dude,
unless
it can be boring.
it's your team on TV,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. If it's a pitcher's duel, that's going to be boring.
Yeah.
No doubt. But I'm going to tell you something. It could be a pitcher's duel and you could be at the ballpark. Greatest day ever.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, it's a fun game. It's fun to play. I mean, honestly, obviously, I like soccer better, but
Yeah.
baseball is cool and is fun. And I'm a history guy, and I respect it. I mean, I played it until high school, so I know the game and respect it. And it is great though. Like, honestly, with every sport, the playoffs of every sport are awesome.
But
So
how are you
playoff baseball is great, and the reason I bring that up is because it's almost playoff hockey time,
Yo.
and that's
Okay.
about to get gnarly.
All right. So let's just go ahead and go into hockey. We were going to talk about like things opening up and going on trips, but fuck that. We'll say that till next episode. Hockey.
Mhm.
Bro, I watched hockey last night for the first time in quite some time.
Yeah.
I was watching the Canes game.
Mm-hmm.
My God, they started trading goals in the third.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this. I was like, this is like playoff hockey, right? And it's pretty close to playoffs.
It's close because
We're
it's
right
like
there.
they're trying to get into playoffs. Everybody's trying to get the highest.
Yeah,
seed
this
and
is
all
like
that.
the race right now,
Yeah.
right? Like the final stretch. I think
Yep.
they have like 6 to 8 games left until playoffs.
Yeah,
or
something like. I
that.
mean, it's on the way.
It's on the way. And so the race is on, and like, dude, they're just guys are giving it their all out there. And as I'm like, hey, I'm standing right where you're sitting. This is like playoff hockey, and Emily hears me. She's like, oh shit, the Hurricanes. And the announcer, no shit, 15 seconds. These guys are out here playing like it's playoff hockey.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, dude, playoff hockey. Because, dude, there's nothing better, man.
There's nothing better because you won't. They go so hard, man.
And think about how hard that is in general.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. I was so jealous because I grew up in the South, right?
Right.
We saw Mighty Ducks come out.
Oh, man.
All we wanted to do was play hockey.
Dude.
There's no hockey ring. Like,
Yeah.
so we bought fucking rollerblades and it got around in the cul-de-sac and was tripping in potholes and shit. That sucked. But if that's one sport, I swear to God, if I was born up north, I would have been a hockey player through and through all day long.
You say that.
No, I know that. I do because I've skated. I've been fast.
You hate waking up early.
What do you think I did in soccer? Dude, bro, 3 days at Gardner Webb, son.
In
You get up-
college, dog. You really think you would have gone D1 college hockey?
How can you say that? I mean, you can't even. You can't even
You
make
went
that
D1
argument.
college soccer, so I guess you could.
I'm saying you can't even make that.
Yeah.
It's whatever. And yeah, fuck yeah. I hate waking up early. I'll never be a fan of waking up early
Son,
ever.
I'm here to tell you right now. My friends play that shit. They was 10 years old.
Yeah.
They was getting up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
for 5 a.m. practice
Fuck it.
at 10 years old.
But
You're
see,
not doing that. You are not doing that.
Bullshit, dude. Because it's a mentality, man. Like I love the fight.
It's
like-
a warrior mentality. You have to have a warrior mentality.
This is what I'm saying.
Ovechkin,
Yeah,
he might be the scariest athlete ever.
dude. Look, man. I mean, the last name's pretty intense itself. Oh, you have me one out of there?
Well, he's Russian.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You think Russians give a fuck about 5
So
a.m.s
when
or ice cold
he won the
temperatures?
Stanley Cup last year before, whenever it was for the Capitals, he goes on the late night show with fucking whoever. Right by now, it's probably 2-3 days. Jimmy Fallon, I think it was, and he's like, so what have you been doing? He's like, getting drunk. That's what he said, getting drunk.
Yeah, straight up.
He said he had slept maybe 10 hours in 3 days.
Let me tell you some shit about Russia. So there's this bartender, or I hope it's still open. Bartender downtown called Misha.
He's a bar owner.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Runs Sláinte
He
downtown,
owns Sláinte, yeah.
which is an Irish bar. Okay,
that a Russian owns.
yeah, it means cheers in Irish, but a Russian owns it. Whatever. This dude was telling me about him growing up in Russia, where he was. It was kind of out in the sticks. This man, you want to talk about waking up in the early morning? He had to wake up in Russia to walk to school. The days he didn't go to school, so his mom every morning in the cold months would walk outside or open the door, have a cup of water, and throw it. If it would freeze in the air, he didn't have to go to school. If it didn't, he's going to school. Like,
Holy shit.
that's how that shit rolled, bro. He's like, because I asked him, I was like, man, why did you end up here? He's like, even when it's cold, it's warm, you know?
Oh yeah, to him. It doesn't
And I'm
matter,
like,
man.
bro, but it was just so cool to hear him talk about, how that shit
How
was.
that- yeah.
He's like, you could barely fucking walk because you got all this shit on.
And let's be honest, like he's not that old.
Nah, he's
right,
like 10 years older than us.
Yeah, he's like mid-40s.
Yeah,
It's like
maybe
this
a little
wasn't that
over
long ago.
Nah, dog.
Like this isn't back in the fucking heyday. Well, I had to walk 15 miles
No.
uphill both ways.
No, it's like, man, he said
ain't
his
doing
mom would like wake him up with a fucking stick because he didn't want to get out
Yeah.
because the shit didn't freeze and he had to go. And he's like
He's
fucking
like,
hate it.
Misha!
Yeah. It's just fucking funny, dude. Like,
He is fucking funny.
oh, he's hilarious, man.
He's hilarious.
And if if you're in Wilmington, stop by
Stop
Sláinte
by,
down
dude.
there.
Yeah, tell Misha that downtown Dan and James sent him.
Hell yeah, man. Because me and him, we discussed World War II multiple times. Neither one of us remember all the facts. But
Well, neither one of you were there.
no, I'm saying like after our argument, like because this one time Daniel was with me, dude. We spent like 6 hours down there. I'd never taken this many shots in my life because this dude just kept.
It's a great place to watch footy too.
Oh, for sure,
if you're-
dude.
if you
All
just-
the crowd,
Yeah,
all the crowd there. There's a lot of people from
UK over there.
yeah, all around,
That's where they meet, actually.
Yeah, so it's. I mean, shout out to Misha and all that.
They're funny as fuck. Great time.
So fuck that. I would have played hockey.
Yeah, hockey.
I would have played fucking hockey.
We used to play hockey, roller hockey, on the tennis courts in the winter. So they'd pull the nets down and like.
Were you talking about up there?
Up north, yeah.
Yeah.
You could take the poles out, and we would bring these nets in, right? And like, I'm straight up telling like 8-on-8 on tennis courts.
Mm-hmm.
Straight roller hockey. That's about the extent of it, though. Then you come down here. You remember when the ice house opened?
So yeah, it opened, and then we went up there. I remember being young, going in there, and like, yeah, we're trying to get into hockey, and it's like, okay, well, here's the list you got to buy to play. All the pads, all this shit.
Yeah, they don't supply anything.
No, my mom. I just remember at the time it was like, nah,
Yeah.
we can't do this.
Yeah, what do I need to play soccer?
Soccer is
a pair of boots.
shin guards and some cleats, man. And you're like,
they're called boots. Go, come on, bro.
dog. I don't care.
They're boots.
Boots, cleats. All right, what are your tennis shoes called? Because this is all UK terms here. They call them boots.
They call them boots too.
No, they call them trainers. There's your trainers.
Oh yeah, the trainers.
Put your trainers or your
Yeah,
flats.
yeah.
Put your flats on.
Yeah, why? I mean, like, I feel like your trainers. Well, I guess so.
Dude, that's whatever. I mean,
Well, it's because they wear like very nice shoes. Otherwise, where we would wear sneaks with some jeans and shit, they wear like
Dude.
nice shoes.
we're the wild colonists over here, man. We're the ones who went crazy.
And let me ask you a question: the hat that says "Icon" on it, that all them UK dudes wear, is that a brand?
You would know better than me, man. I don't keep up with these UK stuff. I mean,
I watched Ted Lasso.
dude, that's a great show.
Phenomenal. If you haven't watched Ted Lasso, watch Ted Lasso.
Yeah, even if you don't like soccer, it's a show about.
It's not even about soccer.
It's about life and how to overcome adversity. All right, it's a positive,
such a good show.
Positive reinforcement. Like, I'll be honest with you, man. When I when me and this girl broke up, I watched that shit like 3 or 4 times the whole season. And dude, because it helps you out. Because this dude goes through it, you know, and he's a positive Pete kind of guy.
Yeah.
And he's just telling the team through his own struggles.
That's what it's all about.
Oh, that's what
positive though. And like,
yeah.
I didn't realize that was it. And then you get, so it's 10 episodes. Each episode is about 35, 40 minutes. But you get through like you get done with episode 3. You're like, I gotta watch the next one,
dude. You got to.
You gotta watch the next one. I mean, it hooks you quickly. And
Yeah.
I mean, I did it in 2 stints. I did 5 and 5.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, dude, it's and it's funny. On top of that,
Oh, Jason Sudeikis is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And
You see him accept the Emmy for that? Have you watched that video yet?
no, you told me about it.
Boy, he is high as hell.
Hey, well,
He's on Zoom and he's wearing just like a tie-dye shirt, sitting at like on a bar stool in his kitchen.
yeah.
And he couldn't believe he had won because he was up against I think he was up against like Queen's Gambit and like these crazy shows, right? And he's like, he just keeps saying, "Wow, wow." He's like, "Wow, I didn't think this was gonna happen." Wow.
Dude, the power of positivity, man.
Fun fact for all you who have seen that, in the episode where he ends up having the one night thing with the boss's
Yeah.
friend,
Mm-hmm.
is who he actually dates in real life now.
And see, I didn't know that. That was a fun fact for me when you delivered that message.
Yeah,
And I appreciate it.
yeah, no problem. Back to playoff hockey.
Yep.
The Canes were incredible last night.
Look, Canes are going to do well. I really want to go to a playoff Canes game.
I'd love to.
Let's try to work that out.
Let's do that. We'll do that. Hockey games are a blast. You ever been to one?
Dude, I went to one when I was 8 years old. My babysitter took me and Patrick when they weren't the Hurricanes. This was a minor league hockey team called the Ice Caps.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah,
I
how
went and
about
saw that when I was a kid. So I want to go now when I can get shit housed and really yell and get after it.
Yeah, I've been to 2. One professional, one semi. The professional one, we got Pepsi tickets through my mom when she worked there. That was super cool. It was me, Joey, Carl, Tom. Yeah, me, Joey, Carl, and Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Great time. You know what's awesome? It's never hot in there.
Yeah,
It's great.
I love that, dude.
It's just great.
That's why I hate going to basketball games. You sweat
Does
your
get
ass
hot.
off.
Does get hot. Never hot in there. Really good time. And then I went to a Charlotte Checkers game. So we did this as a family event. Like, I think I was maybe a junior or senior high school, or maybe just out of high school, but it was around Christmas time. I want to say. And we did it as a family event. We went to the Charlotte Checkers game. And there were fucking 11 fights.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And they had this dude on there, and his nickname in the fucking program was the Enforcer. And let me tell you something. He was 6'8", probably 280. Could skate. I mean, I say that.
He didn't fall over when he was out there.
Right. Had a fucking hell of a slap shot. But they put him out here just to kill people. Mm-hmm. He got in 3 fights himself. After the third fight, he was thrown out.
Well, that's what's cool about hockey, man. It's legal to fight.
It's legal to fight.
Awesome.
And as soon as someone hits the ice, they break it up.
Yeah, look, 'cause you don't want somebody's face or fingers to get sliced off. I mean, like with skates.
Well,
I just think, I think it's fucking great, dude.
It's amazing. I mean, think about it. These are grown men.
Yeah.
On skates.
See, I love the speed of it. This is why, I didn't play football growing up because it was I hate the stop and go stuff. That's why I left baseball and all that. That's why the beauty of soccer was it's constant.
Yeah, it never stops.
It stops at halftime.
Right.
And you got your fouls and throw-ins and whatnot, but it's
enough time for you to catch a breath and then keep going.
Yeah, it's a constant game, and it's really it's a discipline game too, because if you slip up one time or you lax off one time, you're burnt, and it's on you that goal got scored. Because I'm from a defender's point of view,
right.
And so that's why I know I would have loved hockey because it's fucking and
how hard is it for you to follow the puck on the screen?
Not hard.
Man, I wish. Remember when they illuminated the puck during the All-Star game?
I do, but I don't wear contacts though. You wear contacts.
Yeah, I do. I'm blind as shit.
Well, I'm just saying. So it's whatever. I do concur with you. They should try to highlight that. I mean, it'd make it easier.
It would make it easier. Playoff hockey's coming up though,
and it'd be cool to have I feel the same way about soccer. If they can incorporate different ways for camera angles on the game, people would appreciate it more.
True.
To see the speed of it, because especially soccer, because it's way bigger than a hockey ring, and you don't see the foot speed. You don't see the ball gets played, the split second decision of somebody to make a run. You don't see that. Okay, you see it when you're playing, and you feel it when you're playing because the dude's he's gone by, and you're like, fuck, I'm
toasted.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
So and it's only going to get better with the future. So I hate VR or
VAR.
Whatever. I hate
Fuck
that shit.
VAR. Fuck
yeah,
VAR.
because it takes away from the game. I hate it in all sports.
VAR stands for Video Assistance Referee. Basically, it's official challenge in the NFL.
Well, okay, yeah, but
that's equivalent to that.
I hate it in all sports because this is a debate we can save, but I think it takes away from the game. Period. Because it's a human ordeal. This is not.
And that's the other thing. The game was played just fine for how many fucking years?
It was. And yeah, there's controversial calls. Yeah, the referee blows calls, but that's part of it, man.
Right.
You know what? The referee blew that call, but you didn't make a shot earlier in the game that you had a chance on.
Well, that's my thing. Anytime
someone,
the referees, I'm gonna say, shut the fuck up. You're not even gonna argue the game because that's not an excuse.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't say that.
Yeah, that's not a.
You were 3 from 13 from the 3-point line, but it was the referee's fault.
Now you can sit there and say, hey, I'll accept the fact. Oh, we didn't get any help from the ref.
Oh yeah,
that's
you
fine.
can use it as a point, but you cannot blame it on
you
that.
Still lost.
Oh yeah.
So there's
certainly other.
And I just really hate because if y'all have listened to the previous podcast, I'm not a technology guy. I don't like it, and the one place it was free of was sports. And then they put the shit in there, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
So that's another podcast.
That's another thing. But yeah, playoff hockey's coming up, right? But let's go ahead and we got the Final Four.
Yeah.
This weekend.
So sports wise, that we are most concerned about is Final Four this weekend.
Sports wise, that's what we're most concerned about this weekend. Next weekend, different story.
Yep.
Which we'll get to after our picks. We have. Okay, Houston, Baylor. Baylor's -5.5.
Taking it all day.
Taking Baylor -5.5?
-5.5. Houston looked so clumsy the other night.
Boy, do they.
It was an ugly game of basketball, and I just ugh.
Yeah.
Left a bad taste in my mouth. So I think Baylor's going to come out there, and they know they gotta strike some fear into Gonzaga.
I like that as well. I do think they need to come out. They need to make a big statement.
Mm-hmm.
If they have any chance of beating Gonzaga, who is going to slap the motherfucking shit out of UCLA.
Dude. Timmy Handlebars.
How awesome is this guy?
Dude.
He's incredible.
Dude, ESPN is so whack too. Like they're like, should he really celebrate every basket?
Yeah, he should.
Let me tell you something. It's called psychological warfare.
It's all part of the game.
This man comes down there with this ugly ass handlebar mustache and is making, let's call it a spade, white boy baskets on your ass.
Right.
Kind of like it's athletic, but it's unathletic.
Okay, so here's the difference. Like Krutwig, right?
Yeah.
Love Krutwig for Loyola, right? The trash dad.
Oh yeah, he was great.
Great, but like, kind of weird in how he looked. You know what I mean? Like it never looked right.
Do you know what it reminded me of? That Jimmy Buffett song? Wish I had a penciled in mustache.
Oh yeah. So I could solve a mystery too. Yeah. A two-tone Ricky Ricardo stash and an autographed picture of Andy Devine.
Yeah, like see,
I could go all day on that. Big parrot head. Anyway, Krutwig didn't look natural when he did it. Still incredible. This guy is so smooth. I mean, and he rocks the headband too. Can you imagine him posting down on you, faking you out, doing a spin, perfect, beautiful, graceful layup? It goes in, and he turns around and he does the stash thing and celebrates.
Dude, he does. So it's like a 1970s celebration.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you're just.
Like don't call him a jive turkey.
Like Jesus Christ, dude, is he hitting turnaround Jays, or did I just see him on the fucking vintage porn section? Like that's what he looks like he's on. Like what the fuck?
Yo, and dude, speaking of the porn shit, he has a deep ass voice too, dog.
I'm telling you,
he's not a short man.
He's probably. You ever heard of Pistol Pete?
Yeah, dude.
He's Pistol Pete on the goddamn Pornhub.
I told my mom, we're playing good ball. I'm keeping the mustache.
All right. Yeah.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
Keep the fucking mustache.
Your mom had to shave it if you made it. Past the Sweet 16. He's like, I think she'll understand.
Yeah, we're playing pretty good ball. I'm like,
Yeah,
all right, you fucking are. But I will say Gonzaga's they play great team basketball. Because if you notice, and look, dude, when I was coaching, I was trying to explain them all. Like, in soccer, it's probably similar in basketball, but like, if somebody receives the ball, you always want to have a triangle of support. Yeah. So you receive it, you have two options at all times. But the key to that is when that person receives the ball, if you're in the vicinity, it's the discipline part of it. You have to make yourself available. And that is what got for the triangle option. But that's when Gonzaga does that subconsciously. They're constantly giving support and moving. Yep. If you notice that, dude, it's like, man, they're always open. It's like, yeah, they anticipate.
They're all doing their jobs.
But they make the right runs.
Yeah.
That is the most important. Okay, a soccer reference, but that's the most important thing.
They're all doing their jobs. One's moving down low, one's drawing a guy. And when everyone does their jobs like that, there will be an open man for a good shot every time.
Yeah, but see, at the same time, they also, what's it called? They ad-lib it too, right? So if a defender's catching on, okay, the guy with the ball sees that guy's marked, and that dude sees it, they acknowledge it, and this is all within milliseconds. And this is what I try to tell the soccer team, right? If you see your runs covered, stop short.
Right.
And watch out. You're instantly, when you stop moving, you're open. And they'll do that. You watch them next game, they'll be like, and then there it is. And oh, that's good trickery. No, dude, it's these guys are constantly aware of each other.
Yeah.
On the court. And
the team chemistry is through the roof.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
And what's crazy is that their second team, their second string, could easily be in this tournament as well as a second team.
For sure.
The depth is unreal. I don't think anyone beats them. I think they handle UCLA, go to the championship, handle Baylor, and they become the first undefeated team in the last.
I will say I'm a big what's his name, Maurer fan.
Yeah.
The mullet guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on Baylor.
Yeah.
He's what's up, man.
I'm telling you, man, there's some hard hairstyles.
Bro, I love that mullet shit. And this little, not getting political, but I'll say it, in this sensitive society, the fact that these guys are rocking mullets, I love it. You know what I mean? I feel
mullets are on a comeback, dog.
But I feel like this man, at the end of the game, or probably halftime, he's smoking reds, Marlboro Reds, on the nose, man.
But he's not, though.
He's not, but it'd be cool if he was.
But that's what I'm saying is that kind of shit, that retro shit's making a comeback in society.
Let me tell you something about smoking cigs at halftime. When I was at Gardner Webb, we in the spring you play all these different teams, right? Mm-hmm. We played this German team. These dudes came over from Germany, right? They were a little bit older than us, probably 23, 24 kind of guys.
Yeah.
Ripping heaters on the sidelines during the game and drinking wine and just playing against us like it's another day. And I'm out there fucking giving it my all, and these dudes are half drunk and smoking cigs.
And still competing like it's nothing.
Yeah, dude, flawlessly.
Did they wreck you guys?
No, we tied them.
Oh shit! You tied a bunch of dudes that were sitting on the sideline smoking Marlboro
Yeah, but you
Reds.
think about it, in Germany, dog, they have soccer. They play soccer.
No, that's all they know, and
You know
that's
what I
what it is in Europe. It's either soccer, rugby, or cricket.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, like population-wise, right? We have 350 million people, just people, and we got a million sports.
A gazillion.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's like unreal.
And so it's pretty unreal that we can even go out there and compete with these cats.
Well, what's even crazier is that like the amount of countries that could fit in Texas, they
Yeah.
field all these national teams with
Yeah.
all these incredible people, with
That's what
all
I'm
these
saying.
incredible talent.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you figure,
But it's from day one.
okay,
Soccer.
so look at American football, right?
Yeah.
If you look at Texas, you could field how
Yeah.
many teams in Texas? I mean, Texas is a hotbed for.
But it's the
for high
same
school
kind of concept because Texas, you think football,
football,
and these people care about football.
right?
You know?
Football.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm just saying, like that's it's just wild. But anyway, man,
It's crazy.
That's some real life stuff that I can't believe these dudes were making these kind of runs, like ripping heaters.
That's wild. What a week. Well, anyways, Final Four is coming up this weekend. Make sure you check it out. And then
All right, so who are you taking? Though you taking?
Are you fucking kidding me? Gonzaga.
Are you taking the spread?
Yeah, Gonzaga wins by 20.
Wow. Okay, you taking the spread on Baylor?
Baylor wins by 10 to say we can compete, and then Baylor loses by 11 championship night.
Cool. I'm gonna take. I'll take obviously the spread on the Gonzaga. I'm gonna parlay Baylor Gonzaga spreads. Send it.
Send it. I'm gonna do the same exact thing.
Yep.
Man, next week, you know what next weekend is. You don't know what next weekend is.
No, what's that?
A tradition like any other.
The Masters.
The Masters. The most beautiful thing in all the land.
Yeah, so we'll be giving you our Masters picks. Because you can bet throughout the tournament.
Oh, don't worry. And Friday will be perfect, right? Is it Friday or Saturday they call moving day?
Saturday.
Saturday's
Yeah.
moving day. So
Saturday's moving
it's
day.
great. So we can preview it before moving day and then put some picks in. Next Sunday is the annual Masters party at the Rackley's residence.
Yep.
It is a blast. It's a staple. Been doing it for like 10 years in a row. His Aunt Jane, shout out Aunt Jane, just the sweetest woman ever. She shows up with legit white bread and pimento cheese sandwiches. I feel like I'm in fucking Augusta.
You're there, dude. You
You
fucking
are
there. And I trimmed up the azaleas the other day. I got things looking nice.
God.
We're gonna look good out there, And I think the tradition's honestly longer than that. It's been probably 15, 20 years.
And listen, if you bring a golf club, okay? Because we chipping over the pool.
Yeah. So be on the lookout on our story to see outlandish golf shots, drunken incidents, and
Yeah, I'm gonna bring. I'm gonna bring a couple cameras. We're gonna film. I'll make a little blooper reel, throw it on the YouTube channel because that will be live.
yep, that's where we're headed.